everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and the MLM we will be talking about today is Beachbody. The video we will be reacting to today is a team call. We always love Beachbody team calls here on this channel, and it has a theme, which is another thing that we also enjoy so much, and it's how to grow your biz on Instagram. The title does say biz on it, so I had to use it because that's such an MLM term to call your business a biz. I don't know a lot of people who are actually entrepreneurs who call their business a biz. B-I-Z. I just feel like that downgrades it so much. But in MLMs, they think using the word biz is cutesy and fun because it's always all about the fun in every single MLM, am I right? And before I get started into today's video, I do have a quick little announcement. I have opened up a Patreon, so if that is something you guys are at all interested in to help support the channel another way, I have 2 tiers currently, and one of the tiers does come with the perk of an extra video each week. I do have 3 extra videos on there right now, and I believe it adds up to like an hour and a half of extra content. So if that's something you guys are interested in, it is on there. And I am just grateful for anyone willing to take the time out of their day to support me and my channel and just enjoy the content that I continue to put out. So I thank all of you so much for just viewing my videos, and if you do take the time to check out my Patreon, thank you very much. The Patreon will be linked in my description down below, along with all of my other fun links that I always have if you are ever interested. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, and I believe I have said everything I needed. Alright, let's get started.
Really fast, and I will copy it and put it in the chat because I mean honestly I'm going to cover Instagram today, but I go through like in my power hour I dig into all of Instagram and how I do it and everything. So
okay. Perfect. Perfection. People not on this call are going to miss it, and that sucks for their life. So
wow, could you imagine watching this back and that is your upline, essentially your manager, your boss, whatever you want to call it, and you're seeing that they are saying, wow, that sucks for their life, that you are missing out on this team call that is not essential for your business as much as they like to think it is. And here's the thing is that she's clearly re-uploading this. So why does that suck for their life? They're doing stuff. Maybe they're busy. You know, they're allowed to work their business in the pockets of time, but apparently not. That sucks for their life.
all right, let's do it. Let's dive in. Hey, do you need an introduction? Do I have to like introduce you?
Hi. I don't need an introduction. It's so lame when we do like this is super like I hate all that.
Well, here, hold on. I'm going to mute everybody, and then I'm going to unmute you. All right, now you're unmuted. All right, so I'll introduce you though really quickly though, just because I don't know if there's new people on here who don't know who you are, but awesome. She's a close friend of mine. She is a superstar diamond. She makes a butt ton of, you like this introduction? She makes a butt ton of money. She's been in the top 10 like a bunch of times. She kicks ass and she's super real. So you ready?
Quote unquote butt ton.
Butt ton. Butt ton.
A butt ton.
When you introduce somebody, you're like, hi, I make a lot of money. It's just something you don't typically say, but sure, why not? That's how you introduce somebody.
I'm a very laid back person, if you haven't noticed. I may or may not have pants on right now. We're just going to dig into this train. I'm totally kidding. Maybe kind of kidding. So I want you guys to feel comfortable to like ask questions and interrupt me, and I'm going to just try to give you as much information I can in 30 minutes as possible, and then save that Zoom link and then just hop over my power hour and we'll just grind for an hour and work, okay? Yay. Do you want me to share my story at all? It's a super long story. No, you don't need
That is the one thing. Thank you. Because I swear in every single team call, they always have to share their story, and I understand they kind of almost have to do it because they want people to see where they've come from and where they are now. But it's like, we have the internet. We've heard it. I mean, I assume most of the people have heard her story over and over. If she's in the top 10, they always recycle their stories and tell it over and over and over. So I think they've heard it. And in case any of you may ask or realize, this is the same girl from Kiki Chanel's React that she did. I believe it's like one of her most popular videos. I think she did it twice. I think she has two of them. And yes, it is the same girl from those videos.
Happiness, drama.
You shared your story with us before, so y'all, that's on my YouTube. You can go check it out.
Okay. So, Instagram. I guess I'll just kind of cover like how I grew mine, what I do daily on Instagram. Yeah. Surprised I did not, practice this call or anything. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it.
This is another thing, is that people who are professionals, they come, they have a general, like, what is the right word I'm looking for? I want to say notes, like bullet points, script. None of those words are the words I'm thinking of, but they know what they're going to say. They're going to come in, they're going to train the employees, because this is essentially a training call. And usually you'll go in and you're covering points and you're going over things and being like, I'm just going to wing it. I don't know. I didn't come prepared. Like, you're coming there to learn for your business. And the speaker goes, well, I didn't come prepared. I'm just going to kind of say things, because that's how this business is. That's how these businesses are run. It really is. You just come in, you say things, and you hope for the best. And that's what these team calls are. They come in, they say things, they have a topic generally, and they just go from there.
Growing Instagram. I didn't have an Instagram when I started coaching. I was strictly on Facebook. I probably had like 400 friends on Facebook, maybe. I maxed out on friends on Facebook because I added every single day, and then I did a like page, and then I hated myself.
She maxed out of friends on Facebook. What is the max amount of friends you can have on Facebook? Hang on, we gotta look. 5,000. 5,000 friends is the most you can have. And she reached that. She ran out of people to be friends with because she just kept adding random people. And I mean, it's good that Facebook caps out on that, because we know Instagram doesn't. But 5,000 friends. And that's the thing with Facebook, is that they want you to genuinely be friends with these people, versus like Instagram's more for, it is for friends and seeing your friends' pictures and stuff. But I feel like it's a little more casual, and you're more willing to follow businesses on Instagram than you are on Facebook. Facebook really is for like more, I feel like now it's definitely for more like family, and then like high school acquaintances. At least that it's for mine. Like, the only time I like somebody's post or send them happy birthday is on Facebook. And on Instagram, I'm just going through, and my Instagram's really just full of memes. Memes, anti-MLM content, and dogs. That's what my Instagram looks like. But on Facebook, it's just my friends and family. I just couldn't imagine adding 5,000 people. God, your wall just is like an endless pool of crazy. It must be.
Had a like page, and it bombed. I didn't want to spend money on it, and it was just terrible. So I was like, okay, I have to continue to grow somehow. And there wasn't like a follow feature on Facebook at that point. So I was like, I need to get to another platform, right? So Snapchat was big. This was early 2016 is when I dug into Instagram. So I opened my Instagram. I already had an Instagram, but I was not posting on it consistently. So I had an Instagram that I opened in probably like 2013. It probably had, I would say, like 5,000 people on it. I'm just going to say 5,000 people.
So she didn't really use Instagram, yet she had 5,000 people on it. And she makes it seem, which this is another thing, these huge numbers of followers and friends, that like, it's not a huge amount, that's not a lot. Like, I only had, 5,000. That's a ton. That is so many people to have on a platform that you don't really use. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. It is. That's a lot. And then to be starting to be like, I started out on Instagram. That's like 5,000. It's not a big deal. Most people start out on Instagram with, I don't know, 50, 100 if they're lucky. And maybe 6 of them actually care what they're posting.
just from like random here and there and following a ton of people, just like not even associated with coaching, just in and out or whatever. So I started in March of 2016 sharing Instagram. And what I did in March of 2016 is I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, and I kind of hit this rock bottom in my personal journey. And I was like, you know what? I'm going all in my own journey, and I'm going to have to document that. Like, it was just ingrained in my head that I was going to start documenting this shit. Every single day I would take pictures of my body, no matter how bad I felt about myself. I knew in the back of my head I was going to use these pictures in the future, right? So
for monetary gain. Put yourself extremely uncomfortable and then use it to manipulate people in the future. Like, look, I did it at my lowest. You can do it too. I hate that mentality. We know, we're all aware because we're all on the same page. We all agree with each other that that's not the way to go about running a business, is using yourself and your struggles and your mental, whatever it may be, as a way to manipulate others into joining a business so that they lose a bunch of money.
Like, this is my motivation for working towards transforming my body. And so that's what I did. So I started on Instagram. I posted a picture. I still have them all saved in my phone. The very first picture I posted as 160 pounds, which again is not overweight or obese or anything like that, but I was very unhealthy. I had finished competing. I had diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. Like, I was just a mess of a human being at that point. And so I shared it all. And I was committed to digging into anything and everything I could to learn how to grow Instagram and learn how to run it and be successful at it. So I bought Shalene's Instagram Academy. It was like the first one she did, I think. Maybe the first one she did. I don't know. I feel like she has 25 of them now. But I bought the first one, and it was like a 30-day thing. I did 3 days of it, and I was like, I got this. It's like I never even finished the 30-day Instagram training that I actually...
A 30-day Instagram training that you paid for? I mean, I know there's programs and things like that out there that people are charging people. Like, this is how I got so many followers on Instagram. Pay me for me to tell you the same thing. And this is going to be a 30-day thing. I don't know. I don't think it, I mean, I guess I haven't really tried to get a bunch of people to follow me on Instagram. I feel like if you just go through and you just like a bunch of people's pictures and you follow them, 50-50 shot, they're going to follow you back or they're not going to follow you back. And you can, organically grow an audience naturally just by liking things and posting more and using hashtags, and people see that and then they'll like your pictures. You can go and like a couple of theirs to follow you back. Like, that's kind of the Instagram 101. So I don't know what more a course could teach you and what they could teach you in 30 days. That's probably why, I don't know, if I pay for something, I'm getting my full money's worth out of it. I'm not just going to go to it for 3 days. That would be like if you paid for a college course, you went for a week and be like, all right, I'm good. I got all the knowledge that I need out of that. Like, doesn't work like that.
But the first 3 days literally was all I needed to like take off and run with it. So she was talking about interaction and how important it was, and following people and how important it was.
I'm just also saying, I'm like very, very sure that you can find something like that for free on YouTube.
And commenting back and forth and responding to messages quickly, and honestly not even using these third-party apps that are everywhere right now, because I feel like so many people are using all these third-party apps and they're not getting as genuine quality people as you would if you were adding the people yourself. So I want you to know that in March of 2016, when I started Instagram, to now, I started with like 5,000 and I have 74.5 thousand people now. Okay? In that short amount of time. That was from March of 2016 to now. 74,500 people. Okay? That was all organic. I didn't use any third-party companies to grow this following. I didn't use anything like that. I dug into Instagram and the algorithms and knowing what works and knowing how to reach people and knowing how to get more people on my stuff. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm going to break down for you. So I am a madman when it comes to Instagram and consistency. Okay? When I started Instagram, even a couple years ago, it was still the point where we were like, post 3 to 5 times a day. And so I did. I would post at least 3 times a day on Instagram. Now, I recommend maybe 1 once or twice a day, right? On your actual feed. Stories. I am in my stories every single day, whether I feel good or not. I had a shit day today. I'm not going to lie. So I talked about it a little bit. I didn't use it as like a way to like poor me or anything like that.
You did. Yeah, you did. Maybe not poor me, but you definitely used it as a way to get other people who maybe are going through the same thing, and then they see like, oh, she's thriving in her business and I want to be just like her because she's like me. I guess. But that's another thing, is that when she posts on days that she doesn't feel good, she uses it as a manipulation tactic when people are saying, oh, I went through, I'm having an off day, or, something happened in my family. And she's like, I have off days all the time. I feel like crap all the time, but I go every day. If you care about this business, you'll go every single day, no matter what. Which, yes, in traditional businesses, if you're not feeling well, if you're sick, stay home, especially, we get it. But, it sucks and you do have to push yourself sometimes, but you can take sick days. You have weekends to be off. You have nights to be off, or certain days to be off. It depends. You have, you're just like, if I could just mentally push myself to the weekend, like, I'm good. At least I can, like, decompress, or, you have Mondays off and you're like, I just gotta get to Monday and then I'll be okay. This is never ending, 24/7, constantly be on your phone all the time, social media, talking to people. Yes, that's right. Talking to people. And it just, I don't know. I don't understand this tactic of, oh, I'm having a bad day. I'm feeling not so great. My mental health is iffy today, and they're like, well, push through it and still work. And it's like, this is supposed to be the job that you agreed to and you are working at because they promised you that you work your own hours. You do what you want. If you want to take a day off, you can. But then you have people who are out there saying, I've had a terrible day and I'm still working my business. And you hear that a lot. It's like, I'm still working my business. I'm having a rough day, but I'm able to keep doing it. And everybody's different. Some people can do that. Some people can't. And for the people that can't, it's like they're shunned for it, or they should be ashamed of themselves and they're not working hard enough, when that's just a normal thing to not want to share your problems on the internet.
I turned it into something that would motivate other people, being like, listen, we don't all wake up happy. We don't all end the day happy. It's a choice, yada, yada, yada. And I truly believe that. But even just by sharing those kinds of things on social media, people are coming to me and saying, thank you for saying that. Thank you for doing it. I needed that today, yada, yada, yada. Does that make sense? Like, showing up every single day. People ask me all the time, how'd you grow your following on Instagram? How'd you grow your following on Instagram? I showed up every single day. And I committed to a program. Like, it's not just about the Instagram side of things. It's about you and your personal journey. If you haven't committed to a workout program, you need to do that starting yesterday. Okay. If you're not drinking Shakeology, you need to do that starting yesterday, and you need to talk about it. And I'm not saying go on Instagram and say, transform 20, want, on sale now, like, don't do that.
Oh, don't sell the product? Huh. Weird.
I need you to talk about this new at-home workout you're doing. Make people ask you questions about it. If you go to my Instagram, you're not going to see anything that says Transform 20.
So you're not going to say anything about the product that she's doing, because she wants you to ask questions about it so that she can start to plant the seed of you also joining the business with her, instead of, I get wanting, you want the commission, so you want them to ask you, but it's like, just, if they see that in the story and she has the swipe up feature, I assume you should be able to swipe up to her specific page with her unique code to where she gets the commission. That should be all she cares about.
You're going to see Shanti's face, maybe. You're going to see me talking about my new program that I'm committing to, or my new 6-week program, or my 25-minute-a-day workouts, or my 20-minute-a-day workouts. You're going to see me be very vague about what I'm actually doing, because people are reaching out to me daily saying, what is that workout you're doing? What are your veggies that you're drinking? What do you do for a living? What do you actually do for a living? Like, I get that so much. And guys, if you haven't taken a picture of this call right now and shared it on your Instagram story, wah, negative 2 points. Okay? You have to be.
See, already. What do you mean negative 2 points? I'd be like, this is my job. I can take a picture of what I want when I want and post what I want when I want on my stuff. And people are pulling out their phones right now. There's like 3 girls on this call pulling out their phones to take a picture, to be like, probably, fun team call. Oh my God, I love my biz. And it's like, that's not organic. Somebody just told you to do that. You were just told what to do in your own business.
Sharing every single aspect of it. Your job is to create FOMO for people. Every single person wants to be a part of something. They want to be a part of something that makes them feel good, that makes them smile, that makes them happy, that lifts them up. That's what we do. Yeah, you may have a guest speaker that yells at you every once in a while, but it's still fun, right? It's still fun. You're still enjoying it. You're still on a group chat with a bunch of your best friends.
I mean, are you? You're just kind of, it's like a seminar. You're sitting there, even if you went to a seminar with like a bunch of your friends, they're not sitting there chatting with each other. They're sitting there listening to this girl tell them, at this point, nothing. Like, I started out with 5,000 people, and I organically grew mine. And it's like, okay, I know she's going to get there eventually, but instead she has told me to post on days I don't feel good, regardless, to post every single day, to put FOMO in people, that I lost negative 2 points in my business for not posting on Instagram about this call. What have I learned so far? I mean, at least it's free. This better have been free for these people. I'm pretty sure it was. But it's like, nobody in this call looks like they're having fun.
Talking about something that you're all passionate about, share it. Okay? You need to be boomeranging like cool moves, like I do this with my hands and be like, oh my God, this guest speaker is so amazing and so speaking to my soul. Like, you need to make people feel like they want to be a part of it. Okay? Create that FOMotion. That's what you have to do. I heart you too. Okay? So every single day, adding people to my network. So not only showing up in my posts, not only showing up in my stories, and guys, I recommend being in your stories like 10 times a day at least. At least. And you might say, oh, well, I work full time, or oh, well, I have 25 kids. I don't care. I don't care. You have the time. It's just not a priority to you.
Who is she to say that? I could not imagine if a boss said that to me. I could not imagine if I were to call into work and say, hey, I can't come in. What was that? I'm on 2 phones. Okay, that's how important this is. I'm on 2 phones from the 90s. I can't come in today because, I don't know, an emergency happened. What did she say? I don't know. Let's say I have a kid and he's sick and he's throwing up everywhere and he has 117 fever. That would be awful. And I call and I say, hey, I can't come in because my kid has, he needs to go to the hospital. And they go, I see, work isn't a priority for you. I would quit. Be like, are you kidding me? Are you joking? You are deciding what's important in my life and what isn't? No. If they can decide to leave this call, they can decide, you know what? I should not be talked to like this. I should not be told what is and what isn't important in my life. People have kids to take care of. People have full-time, very intense jobs, and they're trying to work this as a side business, and she is telling them that they have to post at least 10 times a day on their story. I could not imagine needing to post 10 times a day on my story. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know I rarely post. But when I do, I try and make it it doesn't matter. It's a post. It's a picture. Hey, I'm sharing my life with you guys once in a while. I do a story once in a while. But I could not imagine doing it 10 times, because if I started to do it 10 times, you guys would see the force. You would see the unauthentic me, and you don't want that from people. You want the naturalness of people naturally doing it. You don't need people to pull out their phone and be like, hi, so today I ate a chicken, and you're just like, cool. But if you posted once a day on your story and maybe told a little story time or showed clips throughout your day, that's okay, of certain things. if you have the time and you can, or you come home from work and you share a work story. I love people's work stories. I love that. I love that so much. I love hearing people vent about work. I don't know why I like that so much. I guess because I can relate. We all can relate with work stories. So I love hearing people talk about their jobs and just venting because I love how animated people can get. Anyways. Ooh. Got all worked up from that because that's just ridiculous to say.
You can wake up and you can do a couple snaps. You can take a snap of your snack, and then you have lunch, and then you have, I'm off work, boo, boomerang, yay, I'm off my 9 to 5. And then that's already like 7 snaps, right? 7 stories. Then you get home and you cook dinner, and maybe you do a couple stories of how to prep your dinner or how you did it. It's not taking time away from your family. That is in your head, okay? That is an excuse that you're telling yourself as to why you're not farther along, or why you can't fit in more, or why you can't do this, or why you can't do that. It's all in your head. You can do it, and you do have time for it. It's just not a priority. So fit it in and be present every single day, okay? We all have shit, but I guarantee there's somebody out there that is busier than you, that is more successful than you, okay? So use that. So being present. We still have everybody, or is everybody pissed yet? Okay. Following people every single day. You cannot present this opportunity to the same handful of people and expect success. My team is used to being on that. Okay? You can't. You can't come to me and say, I don't know how to build my following on Instagram. I only have like 1,000 followers. And I'm going to be like, why do you want to grow your following? Have you talked to every single 1,294 people that you have right now on your Instagram? No, you haven't. You're so focused on getting to 5,000 or getting to 10,000 so you can get the swipe up. You're so worried about that number that you're not doing your job and connecting with the people that you already have. Until you have connected with those people, it doesn't matter what that follow number is. It doesn't. There are successful coaches in this business that have 1/3 of the following I have. That number does not even matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. You have.
But it doesn't hurt. Clearly, the more people you have, the more people you have to talk to. But, I mean, the number does matter because I assume most of the people who are underneath her follow her on Instagram, more than likely.
Be interacting with the people that you have. And I don't mean to say, hey, your shirt's so cool, where'd you get it? That's very like 2016. We don't even do that anymore, okay? We don't even do that. Like, oh my God, what breed is your dog? Like, do we really care? Like, people smell that from a mile away. Hey girl, oh my God. No, bye. What are you selling?
I mean, you are trying to sell something, but if you're trying to just make a general connection with people, you usually start out with a compliment. You do usually start out with like, oh my God, your dog is so cute. What breed is he? And that does create at least some sort of interaction instead of being like, oh my God, you would be perfect for my group. I mean, clearly I don't think they want you to start out with that right away, but what does she want them to say? Maybe she'll say it. I don't know, but it's like coaches will tell them to do one thing, and then other coaches will turn around and tell them to do another thing. And this is why so many people are so confused all the time.
Exactly what people are thinking when you send them the message. Okay? Instead, accept and realize that your Instagram is a business now. It should look like a business. It should look like you have something to offer someone and they want to be a part of it. They have no idea what the fuck it is because you're so vague. But your life and your Instagram looks bomb. So they want to be a part of it and they're going to ask you.
And guess what? They're going to know exactly what it is because when you're vague about your business, 99% of the time, it's an MLM. If you are proud of the business you created, you started, you work for, you're going to say what it is up in front, no questions asked.
Okay? So when vague booking. So I get distracted by this
vague booking. Yeah, because everybody loves vague booking.
Also, so I have to like, okay. So when you follow people and then they follow you back, I have a script that I send to every single person that follows my page. Are you ready for it? I'll give it to you in my power hour too. It's like super short and super simple. And I say, hey, thank you so much for liking my page. Your support means the world. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Because my page is a health and fitness page. I'm consistently posting my body. I am consistently posting my transformation. I don't care if you're where you want to be right now or not. It's not about that. It's not about showing up with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a six-pack of abs. It's about bringing people along on the journey with you, okay? So they need to see that on your social media. So I dig right into it. I am aware fully that my Instagram is a business page. So I say, are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? Sometimes they don't respond. Most of the time they do, and they say, yes, I am. I follow this plan. Or no, I'm not. I need to. And then immediately from there, I'm transitioning that conversation into an invite, okay? So if they say, yes, I am. I do this and that, and I do this. That's awesome. Is it working for you? Doesn't matter if people love CrossFit. Are you where you want to be? Probably not. Because are you doing the work? Probably not. You know what I mean? Or it's in.
Wait, who does she think she is? I just couldn't imagine like someone, follows her page. They just are like, oh, I'm inspired by seeing other people on their health and fitness journey, as I do my own. And then she reaches out to you and says, oh, are you on one of your own? And you're like, yeah, I'm doing, I don't know, YouTube workouts in my living room and it's going great. And then she's probably like, oh, but are you where you need to be? Because I can get you to where you need to be. Spend this money. And it's like, so Beachbody.
Convenient to go to the CrossFit gym, or they don't have childcare, or whatever reason people have. Sorry, was it working for you? Or if they say, yeah, I am on a health and fitness journey. Awesome. What kind of plan are you following? Ask them those questions. Okay. If they're not on a plan, immediately I say, girl, you need to be joining one of my accountability groups. Immediately.
What's great is that if they say no, could be the fact that they're just not on a health and fitness journey. They're not ready for a health and fitness journey. And it's not up to you to decide what somebody else needs.
Immediately I say that. I don't take time saying, oh my God, how many cats do you have? I don't care. You should think about joining one of my accountability groups. Guys, we are in the business now where people...
But I thought they were a community and they wanted to make real connections with people. No, because we know it's not true.
These network marketing companies are so flooded on social media where they're doing all the, how many cats, how many animals, like what's your cut? Like all these things they're trying to connect because they're where we were 2 years ago.
So you're admitting the Beachbody doesn't give a crap about the community anymore, the community aspect of it.
Are ahead of the times as Beachbody, okay? It works. Herbalife, they're all still out there doing that. Oh my God, where'd you get that shirt? They're doing that. You don't need to do that anymore. We build the relationship already by our threads. And if you are adding people that are in your niche, or however you're supposed to say it, niche, whatever.
Niche? I've never heard it pronounced like that. Niche. I mean, it does look fancy. I should pronounce like niche. I kind of like that. What is your niche? Oh, my niche. I love that.
Then they're already going to be connected to you. So when I tell my team to follow people, I say, write down your 5 things. How many times have you heard coaches talk about your 5 things, right? Me, tattoos, hiking, puppy, like whatever. What are your things? So I live in hiking. So my go-to hashtag, go to Instagram, type in, scrolling that page until my eyes get crossed. And I'm clicking on pages. And I'm saying, okay, does this person look, think, and act like me? If they do, I'm following them. And I will go through and
look like you? So you only want to have people on your team who look like you? That's creepy. You just want like a team that looks like a certain thing, we'll never know what it is, of people that look like you? To be fair, I've said before, the Beachbody top boss babe bizzes do have a certain look to them.
I don't even count. I will follow hundreds of people. Maybe 10 follow me back. Great. But they're all getting the thank you so much for the follow. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? every single one of them, and it's gonna start the conversation. But I already know that I have a connection with this person because I have genuinely built that following, and I have genuinely got my followers. Okay.
You already have a connection with them because you personally went and followed them? Okay.
So adding people consistently, connecting with people, not the colors your hair, but are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? If they say they are and they're loving the plan that you follow, you guys, we have those like quick replies now on Instagram. Have you seen that? It's amazing. So I have a quick reply saved that says, "Girl, you need to be doing what I'm doing. Have you ever thought about being an online fitness advocate?"
No, because that's not what you are. That's not what you are. They're doing their own thing. They don't want to be bothered and spend money into a business that is not built for them. I just couldn't imagine someone being like, "Are you on a health and fitness journey?" And you're like, "You found something you love. It's working for you." And then you're like, "Yeah, I am. I found something that I love." And it's like, "Oh, cool. Well, do you want to do what I do?" And I'd be like, "Huh? Like, why? If I could get maybe doing my plan and sharing my plan that I know works for people instead of changing what's working for me and trying to sell that to other people." See, if it's not one thing, if it's not, well, do the workout program with me. It's like, well, no, just do the business side, which is really what they're selling. They're selling the opportunity.
Done. They don't have to be doing Beachbody. I didn't do Beachbody before I started. Fuck, I didn't even try Shakeology before I started. But I was convinced that this would work. That's all they need. Okay? So don't not invite somebody because they have a plan they follow already, or because they're already into CrossFit, or because they're already doing this or that or that. Don't make the decision for them. Your job is to present the opportunity and plant the seed, and it's just that. Every invite you send is a seed planted. Okay? You have to take that seed and water it by showing up on your social media. Okay? If you 150 invites one day and nobody says anything because they go to your profile and they see nothing. They see inconsistency, or it's the same selfie every day, or you're posting selfies with your Shakeology in your hand still, or like whatever. They're like, "Oh, it's a Beachbody coach that's going to try to sell me." You have to be smart about what you're sharing.
But I mean, that is the point no matter what, you're just hoping to find people that you can sell the programs to or the Shakeology to, right?
And smart about your invites.
But no, you want to create the fake Instagram life that gives people FOMO.
About your connections, smart about adding people, everything with intention. Making sure that you are talking to people that look, think, and act like you, okay? You're looking to build a team of people that are your best friends. That's it. So when you're going through and adding people, would I be best friends with her? Would I be best friends with her?
So you're going based off of, I guess they may like some similar things, but you never know who's going to turn into your best friend. You don't really get a choice of who your best friend is. You don't really get a choice. You do get a choice of your friends. You can pick and choose, and you can decide if you want to stay friends with them or if you don't. But sometimes people fall into your life who are friends, and you never expected it. Never seemed like someone that you would be friends with. I'm sure you guys totally know that. You probably have friends that you never thought you would be friends with in your entire life.
Not her. Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you get to be picky. It is your business. You get to choose who you want to work with. So choose wisely. Okay?
So the one thing in your business that you, in a way, do get to choose is who joins the business along with you, but however long they stay, that's not up to you.
Following up. This is probably the thing that I would say most coaches don't do. Even successful coaches. I've sat down with successful coaches and they're like, "So what's your follow-up process?" And I'm like, "Well, what's your, do you do?"
What an interesting term to use. Successful coaches. This is what coaches don't do. Even successful coaches. I see.
It doesn't have to be fitness and nutrition. We are not only fitness and nutrition coaches. There's so much more than that. And I don't want you to think that your page should just say fitness and nutrition. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't post a lot of my workouts anymore in my actual feed, but they're in my stories every single day. My veggie, I don't post that, but like maybe once a month. But they're in my stories every single day. Okay? I use Asana for tracking. I'll cover it in my Power Hour. I actually screen share and show what I track and how I use it and everything. I love it. It changed my business completely. I love how simple it is. Here comes my dog. And I use it every single day. So that's what I use for my tracking. Yeah. What else? Any other questions? Nobody has questions. Everybody's Instagram master now, huh?
Talk about how
Oh my God. Like, what more questions is there besides, like, how many people do you follow? Like, Instagram is such a basic platform. It's so easy. I don't know what more questions could be asked on this topic. And then for her, I hate when people do that, and I know that that's happened at like school when stuff like that happens, where it's like silence and like the teachers ask something and everyone's sitting there, and then it's like, oh well, everyone knows everything now, and it's like, no, I just don't have a question. Maybe the whole class just doesn't have questions, and it just sucks when you have to force a question out. Or maybe not teaching, but if you do like not a presentation. Actually, yeah, a presentation, that's perfect. And then they ask questions and nobody asks questions. It's a little awkward, but you're like, maybe I covered everything and I made it so clear that nobody has questions. Glad I did a good presentation then. That's what I would say.
hashtags throughout your entire IG experience?
Yes. So I have a note in my phone that literally just says Instagram hashtag. And
So I don't understand. You made notes in your phone of things to talk about, and yet you're already going to questions and then hoping that other people will bring up a question that you were supposed to talk about? Okay.
probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23.
Got it. No, we got it.
To be specific, 23 different groups of 20 different hashtags.
Oh, she meant like in her phone, she goes and like copy and paste depending on the. So she didn't write notes for this. I gave her way too much credit that she came slightly prepared for this topic as the guest speaker. Got it.
So if I am posting about an outfit, I have a set of hashtags that I associate with that post. If I'm posting about my UC, I have a set of hashtags. My dog, I have a set of hashtags, and they're all different because I'm not just using the same set of hashtags to attract that same set of people. Every single post that I make usually has a specific set of hashtags along with it. And I mix that up because the more hashtags I'm using, the more that are integrated into my page, the more people that are seeing my page. Okay. So with Instagram, you can do a max of 30, but I've heard recently that you want to do more like 15 to 20 hashtags instead of the full 30. And I post them in the comments. A lot of people post them in the feed. I don't even know if that really matters anymore because I've experimented with both and it doesn't really make a difference. But you have to be hashtagging. If you're not hashtagging your things, you're basically saying, hey, poor people that are following me, do you want to sign up again? You've got to hashtag because it's just as good as following people and getting them to follow you back. Okay?
That is a tip that I think, well, I think a lot of people should know that, but I do think that is a good tip. If they were maybe not hashtagging before, that's how you get your post out there for more eyes to see.
Into the hashtag, into the explore feed daily. Millions of people go into that daily. So if you're posting specific things like dog mom ate a bacon bit today, or like, you know what I mean? Like specific ass things.
Dog mom ate a bacon bit? Oh, all right.
People are going to find you faster. Okay. And I'm not saying I don't want you tagging Beachbody. Don't tag Shakeology. Don't hashtag Beachbody coach. No. Because you know what's going to happen? The brand new coaches that don't know better are going to go and search hashtag Beachbody to find people, and it's going to be a plethora of coaches. And that's all you're going to get are coaches from that. Coaches aren't moving your business forward. So you need to be more specific with your hashtags and making sure that you're doing it every single day on your posts. I actually hide hashtags in my stories too. So when I'm on a story and maybe I do like my outfit of the day, whatever I'm wearing, I'm going to tag Tilly's, I'm going to tag Marc Jacob, I'm going to tag Target if I got my sweatpants at Target. I'm tagging all those things and then hiding them in the post. Okay? Because the more hashtags you're using, the more eyes on your stuff.
Yeah, and you guys know you can just go and shrink that text so it's like not even noticeable, right? Like
Bye. off the screen. And I leave some of them present, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm like, I'll just tag my outfits and people are like, where'd you get that? Because I get that. Where'd you get those sweats? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get where?
It's not annoying, you just say it. But I find it interesting that they use that as a tactic to get other people, because we hear all the time, like, you're not getting paid by Target.
Tag it just so it is on there and you don't have to ask or answer 100 DMs either. And yeah, I save them all in my notes. I have, like, again, 23 sets of hashtags saved in my notes.
You got 1 minute.
Oh,
So we should probably jump off.
I'll see you in the car hour. If
All
you
right.
guys like, scroll up again, or maybe, I don't know.
I copied it. I will go ahead and post it in the team page real quick, but we'll see you in a second.
All right, bye,
Karina.
guys.
Bye, Beachbody lady. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know you're going to get something special when she is the guest speaker. If you guys have seen the Kiki Chanel video, then you probably were not surprised at some of the things that she says. It's still shocking to me that someone who is supposed to be teaching a presentation on how to grow your Instagram is telling people that they need to be doing stuff, and that if they're not, that it's an excuse, and that they clearly don't care about their business. I don't know how anybody else can tell someone else what they are or aren't doing. I don't understand how that is a thing that continues to happen in MLMs, and maybe it's people unfortunately do believe them. Don't let other people tell you what you are doing in your business and how you are running it. If you know you are doing your best and trying as hard as you can, then you are. You know your work ethic. You know what you're doing. Nobody else can tell you if you are right or wrong at it. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. I hope to see a lot of you over on my Patreon. I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys are too. Let's talk everything Beachbody in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!